going to love it!
Hello, fellow fillies and gentle colts. I'm Sweet Tooth, and welcome back to my honest reviews.
Yay!
This week's episode is Simple Ways, and to be honest, walking into this episode, I really wasn't expecting much, and truth be told, I was right. I mean, you have Rarity being the winner of some sort of thing that will help her fund for another fashion thing, and she awaits the arrival of one of the sponsors called Trenderhoof, who I figured sound like this, you don't have high respectity at all. Granted, it's not over the top like that, but you know, it's sort of noticeable. So my initial thought was that this episode was going to take that route. Rarity was going to fall in love with this guy, and if it was just about those two, then I might have liked this episode if they just focused on that. The pros and cons of the relationship between the two, then it might have been a little more tolerable. But then you get Applejack, and so forms a love triangle where Trenderhoof doesn't like Rarity at all. He loves Applejack instead. Yeah, as you can tell, I am not a fan of these love triangles. It's just something about them that just doesn't grab me. I'm more of a fan of the whole, just a couple thing, really. Like I said, if it was just Rarity and Trenderhoof sort of evolving around that, then that would have been fine. But there's just something I love about love triangles that I can predict what's going to happen. And really, so the whole love triangle thing this episode, it brings nothing new to the table really anyways, but except for like maybe some of the jokes, you know, Rarity is trying to act all Western like Applejack to try and impress Trenderhoof, but Applejack trying to bring Rarity back in the senses turns all prissy and I just love my clean hooves. Like I said, some of the jokes there worked, but that's the main problem, only some. There's not enough material in the episode with the whole love triangle and the whole persona change thing that doesn't really work for me. I might be the only one on this, but really the whole love triangle thing was just a real distraction. I was even saying, it's kind of like Twilight, except you don't have Twilight during the whole Twilight thing. You missed the whole nut joke, Friendship is Magic. Having Twilight in a Twilight parody, that would be an episode I watch. But no, we get another rivalry between Rarity and Applejack trying to impress Trenderhoof McJefferson here. Oh, I love Applejack, though I know nothing about her. Okay, I'm not gonna say that this is a bad episode in general, because there's nothing bad in it really that would be offensive for kids. The ending moral in it, that's fine, just the whole don't try to be who you're not because it's not worth it. I can get behind that. I certainly don't want to be pretending to something I'm not, and this is something that kids can relate to as well. Trying to fit in with something that maybe they're not supposed to. That is a pretty good lesson. It's just the whole love triangle thing, guys. It's really distracting. It doesn't ruin the episode in general, but it's something that I couldn't really get behind into. So after watching this week's episode of Friendship is Magic Simple Ways, I believe I am going to give this episode my rating of needs to be 20% cooler. Maybe if they made the love triangle a little more interesting, like, I wouldn't know, because what can you do with a love triangle except be like the two same genders trying to show off their things while the third one is just like, oh, I love this one, but I don't love this one. And like I said, there are some things that work in this episode. The jokes, the ending moral, that's all fine, but and maybe this was the intention that the beloved crew down at Hasbro Studios were trying to get down anyway with this love triangle thing, but really, it really lives up to its episode name. The episode really is just simple, and my bet is that this is just, unfortunately, a whole bunch of filler just waiting for, hopefully no Justin Bieber. Hopefully. But please comment in if you do like this episode. Maybe there's something I'm missing about the whole thing, but really, this is just a pass for me. I don't see myself watching this episode again anytime soon. So that was my honest review of Simple Ways. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, comment in if you agree with me or don't agree with me, whatever. And I shall see you guys for next week's episode. Have a good day.
I love being covered in mud.